Plans for the wall have been approved.
Cuban commandant died. The UK has left the European Union.
Which has caused a
Big crisis in Spain.
have also aligned themselves with people to test ballistic missiles.
Fellow Tropicans, thanks to me, Tropico is an undisputed paradise. But the values of our paradise are now being threatened. Threatened by populists and despots. I, El Presidente, will prevent this. I accept the nomination for another presidential term. I will make Tropico even greater, even bigger, and even better. Instead of walls, I will build bridges, bringing Tropico's islands and people together, rather than separating them. New means of transportation will offer great opportunities of exchange to you and our visitors. I will bring diversity, culture, and the wonders of the world to Tropico, so that all other nations will look upon us with envy. Vote for El Presidente! Vote for Tropico 6, or else.
Hey guys, Inferno here with a first playthrough of Tropico 6. So thank you Kalypso Media for sending me the review key. Last time I played a Tropico game was Tropico, I think I played Tropico 4 a little bit. I played a lot of Tropico 5. But this is the first, I mean this came out 2019 I believe. So I will just do tutorials. But yeah, I've only just got around to playing this game. I'm a game reviewer for Game on Oz. It's gameonaus.com. And lots of games to play lately, but this one has been on my list for a little while, and I wanted to give it a try today. So I'll just do the tutorials, basic and economy first. School children in North Korea were taught that Kim Jong-il never defecated, not once. Whoa. He has no butt. Definitely has no butt. That's funny. Alright, welcome to Tropico. You are El Presidente, the dictator of Tropico, a small but thriving nation located somewhere in the Caribbean Sea. You will build, expand, trade and issue laws to guide Tropico through 4 turbulent historical eras in which you have to face global superpowers whilst trying to juggle interior political factions. How are you to be remembered? As a benevolent leader who caters for the people, or as a dictator ruling with an iron fist? Whatever you choose, the main thing is that you stay in charge.
Hola, Presidente. It is I, your loyal penultimo, with a workout for your mighty brain. A formality, I know, for one of your brilliance.
Yet even a politician savant must stay in practice. Please demonstrate a few of the leadership techniques with which you intend to impose your flawless will upon the nation of Tropico. Penultimo is prepared to gasp in awe. Accept. You just met Penultimo, your personal assistant and most loyal consultant. He has presented a main task which you need to complete in order to finish the first tutorial lesson. Main tasks are automatically accepted and display with a golden icon in the task tracker on the left of the screen. The task tracker lists all tasks you receive and displays a short summary as well as your progress on the objective. The objective of each tutorial lesson is to complete a certain number of tasks. This is the first tutorial task to complete. You will need to complete each tutorial task to finish the lesson. Like the main task, the tutorial tasks pop up automatically and are displayed in the task tracker after accepting them. You can still access all tasks, including their tasks and all of their objectives in the task screen. Now follow the objectives listed below one by one in order to complete this task. Open the task screen and view each task. As the first step in becoming the world's greatest dictator, it is important that you know how to control the camera so that you can admire your nation from different angles. Practice the different ways to control the camera: pan, rotate, tilt, zoom out. So, pan the camera, rotate the camera, and tilt, and zoom, done. When you want to have a better overview or want to move the camera somewhere else more quickly, Archipelago View is the tool for you. You can toggle it directly or automatically when continuing to zoom out. While in Archipelago View, you can pan and rotate the camera as usual, whereas zooming in will toggle Archipelago View off again. You can use the Archipelago View to get back to your palace in case you got lost while getting acquainted with the camera in the previous task. Yoink! Oh wow. Alright, controlling time. Now that you've mastered the camera, let us take a look at the ways to control time. You can pause the game and choose from different speed settings. While the time is paused, you can still act, give orders and make decisions. The game world will react to your changes when you start the time again. Pause, resume, set the game. Alright, so I'll go along here, have a look at the town. Look at the people running around. Oh wow, you can go right in. That's wicked. Okay, pause, beep. Play. Let's go 4 times.
I am so proud of you, Presidente. Your control of your Tropico is absolute.
I especially enjoyed marveling at your palace from so many angles and distances. Amazing. After this, maintaining your power throughout a turbulent century of political challenges should be simplicity itself.
Your loyal citizens do whatever you tell them to do, Presidente.
They are not as loyal as Penultimo, of course. Nobody could be. But they are good for constructing buildings, making and transporting goods, and generally keeping the economy ticking over. If you want to be the world's greatest dictator, you need to make sure that you have a filled treasury for all necessary expenses. The basic way of making money in Tropico is to produce goods and export them. The dock and the Teamster's office are the main drivers of export. Teamsters fetch goods from production buildings and deliver them to the dock. There, they are stored until the next freighter arrives. Freighters automatically load and export the goods stored in the dock. Select the Teamster's office and the dock. Right. Teamster's office, info. Organise logistics on one island, transports goods from production process. Oh yeah. Without a Teamster's office, no goods can get moved from one place to the other. Even with one, don't hold your breath for a swift delivery. Alright. Then we go to the docks. Info. On every island in Tropico, docks provide merchant seamen the facilities to load and unload cargo, and place for stowaways to acquire free travel services, and scoundrels somewhere to sneak and lurk. The Teamster trucks are already busy transporting corn from your plantation, and hides and meat from the ranch to the dock for export. There is also a mine that is producing gold, but it's not connected to the Teamster's office by road, so they cannot reach it. Buildings that do not produce, temporarily store or receive goods do not require a road connection. Connect the mine to a new road that connects to the existing road. So there's the mine, okay. So we'll get construction, road, and then we go straight there. Road can be placed. Done. Oops. Okay. Now that the mine is connected to the road network, the Teamsters will transport the gold to the dock. The next freighter will automatically export the gold, earning you money which is added to your treasury. Every time a freighter arrives, a newsfeed message will display the money earned from the export. Your current treasury balance is permanently displayed on the top left of the screen. Notice that you need to have money in the treasury to construct new roads and buildings that running costs like building upkeep and wages for workers will deplete your treasury over time. So export gold, wait for the next freighter. Remember that you can increase the game's speed if waiting takes long. Alright, so let's speed it up. So you get to 4 times is the fastest, okay. So, what are the little dudes? What are they doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey. What are you guys? You guys having a sleep or something? What's this? This is the bunkhouse. Oh, they're having a sleep. Workers 5 job production, population. Alright, they've had a sleep, they're going back. Can you select them?
You look kind of
Oh
familiar.
yeah, if you're quick.
Look, a boat. It looks so tiny from here, but I doubt even you could lift it.
It warms Penultimo's heart to see the ships coming to Tropico and taking our goods out into the world. Now, not that what we make isn't good enough for Tropicans to use, of course. It is just that we make much more money when we sell them to our unsuspecting export partners. Other sources of income from service buildings and residential buildings. Their profit margin is not as big as from exports, but their revenues are regularly credited to your treasury each month as rent or directly in the case of visitor fees from service buildings. Construct your first tavern now to provide your citizens with fun and get a little extra income. After confirming the location, construction office workers are sent to the construction site to erect the building. Right. Let's get entertainment, a tavern, and we'll place it there. Is that going to take over? Wait, is that someone's house? That's a shack, and that's a shack. Weird that it's gonna... Really? It's gonna take over that? Okay. Weird. Why would you take someone's house for a tavern? Guess it's only got one housing quality. Some goods can be processed into refined goods that have better export prices. That's the job of industrial buildings in general. You can process the hides from your cattle ranch into leather using a tannery. Instead of bringing them to the dock for export, Teamster trucks will deliver hides to the tannery when it is constructed and connected to the road network. As long as the tannery is staffed and has hides on stock, it will use them to produce leather. Saying there's no road connection, but what do you call that big thing? That's a bloody road, isn't it? Alright. Maybe I need to just... Boom. Oh. No road. This is so weird. Maybe I gotta go around the front. Oh, there's the driveway there. What's this one? This is a ranch. Okay. Produce leather. Alright. How's this going down here? Did we finish? No, you can't tell. What's that? Empty. There you go. The cattle ranch takes cattle to there, gets tanned, produce leather. What's this here? This is a shack. Come on.
I knew you would get the hang of this way of issuing orders.
Remember, it's all about stuff. Build stuff to make stuff, build stuff to move stuff, then build stuff to export stuff, so you can stuff your pockets full of money. Of course, it is the Tropican treasury that is really getting stuffed. Wink, wink.
Making money is good, but you know what is better? Making more money.
The basic plan is to get things to make things to sell abroad, but every step of the way there's something you can do to squeeze more money out of production. Complete all tutorials. Oh, that's 6. All produced goods are exported automatically, but there are some basic ways for you to manage your economy to save costs, improve the workflow and increase your profits. And that is what this lesson is all about. Since you are currently producing leather anyway, you can commit to a leather trade route to get a better price for certain export volume. You cannot fail a trade route and you have unlimited time to complete it. So, trade, leather, sign, volume 500, okay, sign. Yes. Expanding. With the trade route signed, you want to make sure your tannery has enough hides to keep it from running dry. So let's build on an additional cattle ranch. The efficiency of some production buildings depends on certain properties of their location. To help you identify a suitable location, a coloured overlay will indicate the worst locations in red and the best in green. Identify the most suitable location for the new cattle ranch by comparing the resulting efficiency modifier, which is previewed in the construction panel. Have ranch where cattle value is between 90 to 100. Connect the cattle ranch to a road that is connected to an existing road. Okay, so we got food and resources, a ranch. Aha, so you got yellow, then you got green. Let's put it so that the road is going out that way. Hey, what happens? No, it's red. Yeah, let's go there. And then let's get roads from here to... I don't want to destroy that building. There we go. There. Okay. So that needs to be constructed. Look at those dudes. Look at them go. Every building has 5 budget settings, with the medium budget being the default. The budget of a production building like the cattle ranch determines its wages, the attractiveness of its jobs and its efficiency. On a cattle ranch, a higher efficiency will lead to a higher production of hides and meat. Set the budget of your cattle ranches to maximum. Check the efficiency tab on the building info panel of ranch. Wait for the cattle ranches to be fully staffed. Alright. Full. And this one, full. And then efficiency, 119%. If you have coin to spare, you can purchase building upgrades that permanently improve certain aspects of building. Install chrome tanning in the tannery. So, upgrades, chrome tanning, decreases the consumption of hides by 25%. That's pretty good. Alright. If you cannot supply enough hides for the tannery to operate efficiently, you can fire workers to save the costs for wages while reducing the rate in which hides are consumed. Fire a worker and close one worker slot. Oh, poor bugger. Age 21, age 25, 22, 34. Let's get the youngest buck.
Can I help you?
Well, I don't want to kill you. I just want to fire you. How do I fire you? Nope. Press thoughts. What would marks do? Oh yeah, my skin feels greasy. That's funny. How do you... Okay, you go there. Oh, I see. So then you go right click. And then you hire a foreign worker. Why do I want to fire him? Close the tannery. Oh.
Please excuse me.
What do I have to do? Close one worker slot. Oh.
Hola.
How do I close the slot? Close slot. There we go. Some buildings can operate on different work modes that affect the function of a building. They can improve certain aspects while hindering others, or even change the main purpose of the building entirely. In contrast to upgrades, work modes can be switched at any time, allowing you to react to changing circumstances. Inspect the work modes of the buildings involved in your leather export chain to further improve the workflow. Switch the dock work mode from sniffer dogs to regular controls. Set both cattle ranches to the humane exploit work. That's very nice. So we've got sniffer dogs to regular control, decreases the general regular dogs, and then we go to completed trade route. Okay, nice. Pasture to humane exploit.
So many ways to juice the fruits of the Tropican economy.
Trade routes for better pay, tweaking supply chains for fun and profit, fire workers to save money, or close job positions for even more schadenfreude. Not to mention fitting new equipment and changing a building's production orders. The power is all yours, Presidente, always. Continue with the next tutorial. Continue. Did you know General Ne Win of Myanmar?
Your job would be so
something.
much easier without the citizens. Perhaps one day we will be able to replace them.
Right. Have you ever wondered about the shaps blemishing your tropical boroughs? Yes. Apart from looking shabby, living there does not really make the tenants happy, and you are missing out on the rent revenue. That makes sense. Tropicans build shacks on their own whenever residential buildings with vacant flats are too far away from their workplace. So wherever you see a shack, you're seeing people who would rather live in a real residential building at the same location. So build a bunkhouse, construct 2 bunkhouses next to the Fisherman's Wharf on Volcano Island. Okay, so we've got construction, residential, bunkhouse, and... oh. What does it say? Put it down there. Or there. Which way does it feed out? Where's the front? Yeah. Okay. Economic wealth. Another limiting factor for your citizens is their economic wealth. It defines what they can and can't afford. Residential buildings and service buildings alike have a required economic wealth. The economic wealth, broke, poor, well-off, rich, or filthy rich, is determined by the combined income of a couple of their children. Select a citizen working at one of the fishermen's wharfs. Can you click that? Ah, then you click. Let's go. Juan Rodriguez. Okay. Citizens always look for jobs and try to find a home as close as possible to their workplace. But these are only 2 of 8 aspects for which they strive for satisfaction. Altogether, these 8 aspects determine the overall happiness, which is compared to the happiness of the rest of the Caribbean Sea. This ratio affects decisions like emigrating and joining the rebels, or being a compliant citizen if they're happy. Alright, inspect Fisher happiness.
See?
Overall happiness, not too great. So, they need food, healthcare, fun, and faith. Okay. The happiness aspects are updated regularly whenever a citizen feels the urge to have fun. Then they will try to find a building that is close by that they can afford, and which provides a high amount of happiness per visit. Disappointments reduce the happiness levels. Crime, safety, and liberty are different, as they are updated whenever the citizen is spending time at home. If an individual's happiness level gets too low, it can have serious consequences for your citizens. They could become criminals, join the rebels, or even die if their food happiness drops to 0. The fisher you selected could use a bit of entertainment, so let's construct a building that provides it, which is a tavern. And they want us to put it right there. That's a fair way from... Oh, it's right next to where they live. That's fine. What's this place? The grocery. Huh. The shack's just popped up right next to it. Come on, it's on 4 times speed too. There we go. There we go. Nice. Alright. With the tavern constructed, it will soon attract workers, and eventually the fishermen from before will visit to improve their fun happiness. But ruling is not really about catering to the needs of individuals, but rather caring for the people as a whole. Statistics, demographics, and average values are your friend, and they are part of the almanac. Let's have a look at what the statistics say about the fun happiness. Alright, happiness. Overall happiness, food, so what's the lowest? Fun is the lowest. Oh damn. Okay, as you can see in the almanac, not only the single fisher was low on fun, the average fun happiness of all your people combined is quite low. To find out where exactly fun is lacking and where to construct buildings to provide it, you can consult the fun coverage overlay. You already know it from the placing a tavern, but you can also inspect it beforehand to identify residential areas with a low coverage. Hint. Activate Archipelago View when using an overlay to get a better overview. Uh-huh. Fun coverage. Oh, that's pretty good. Not bad. Huh. I mean, yeah, it could be better, but shit. Green, green, green. The coverage tells you which residential buildings are close enough to entertainment buildings, which seems to be okay on all 3 islands. Waterfall Island only has an opera house to provide fun, but most of the people living there cannot afford it. Huh. Use the quality overlay. It displays the average happiness the tenants received the last time they wanted to have fun. Red means that tenants have a low happiness, which is either because they cannot afford to visit buildings nearby, the buildings are too far away, or the buildings are overburdened by the number of potential visitors. Open the fun quality, build a tavern on a waterfall island, build a tavern on the centre island. So, fun quality. Did it work? Tavern. How do you get in there? I want to get out of... hang on. Let's go down. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, now I get it. Construction tavern. Let's put a... Here. Okay, now fun overlay. Let's see what happens when it constructs. And then a tavern on the center island. Is it saying right there? Nah, let's not put it right there. Let's put it here. There. Alright, fun overlay. Oops, fun coverage. No, fun quality. Yeah, right. So the purple. What's that mean? Don't know. So construct that. Anna and Neria. Come on, guys. Are you running there? Yes. No? Yeah, finally.
Keeping everyone happy is impossible, of course. So you have to play the numbers. In brief, you are number 1, I am number 2, and everyone else is way down there somewhere.
Just remember to check the almanac to see how happy everyone is, to lower the budgets of buildings to make them cheaper for people to use, or to raise the budgets of buildings to make the workers able to afford nicer things.
We now come to the troubling part of your job. Not everyone knows you are doing such great work. How crazy is that?
People always think they know best, and sometimes you have to be political, which means inventively bribing pressure groups to win those niggling elections. There's much to learn. In the previous lesson you learned about the overall happiness of your citizens. It feeds into their approval towards you as their leader. However, this is mainly determined by their political views. An individual citizen will orient their views towards some of the political factions in Tropico over time. There are different levels of commitment to a faction, moderate, strong, die-hard, which determine how strongly that faction influences the citizen. Instead of orienting towards a faction, a Tropican can also remain indifferent on certain topics. Open the info panel of a citizen and inspect their political views. So we got almanac, politics, capitalists, moderate capitalists.
Oh, we see these days.
Okay. Oh, I see. So he's on the verge. 49% faction influence, relative happiness. Cool. Again, the statistics are more helpful than looking at individuals. The almanac tells you how many citizens support a faction, and more importantly, it displays the standing of each individual faction towards you and your government. The standing of a faction is passed down to the citizens oriented to that faction. Also, if the standing drops too low, a faction might start an escalation in which they use their unique means and influence to oppose you. Politics. So you got capital, communist, religious, militarists. So 49, 49, 51, 51. That's good. So, you'll want to have a good standing with each faction. They have opinions on a lot of the decisions you make, like building or demolishing certain buildings. All of these factors are listed in the politics tab in the almanac once they have taken effect. On top of that, they will approach you directly once in a while with specific tasks, which are called demands. You do not need to accept those if their objectives do not correspond with your vision for Tropico. However, completing them will significantly increase the standing, while not reacting or dismissing a demand will increase the standing. Accept and complete or reject the faction demand.
Presidente, there is a flaw in our military machine. We do not have enough of the things that I want.
It is obvious that military expenditure must come first. Food and education are luxuries after all, and well-fed, educated citizens are exactly what their enemy wants. So we get +5 military standing, consequence of not accepting in time. Okay, let's accept. Have Watchtower. Okay. So we need to build a watchtower. Now where do we put it? That'll do. What's the influence of a watchtower? I'm not sure. Okay.
The best defense is a good offense, Presidente. But as yet I am only moderately offensive.
This has nothing to do with your leadership or mine for that matter. Our army is simply not offensive enough to go on the defense. No offense intended. Sometimes two factions will have a demand at the same time, forcing you to choose sides, even if their request is the same. In this situation, you will always lose standing towards at least the rejected faction. Dismissing a dual demand will anger both. After making the decision, the dual demand will turn into a regular demand. So we'll demand the communists or the religious.
A good leader listens to the people, Presidente. Show you care for your Tropican comrades and win their hearts and souls, though you do not get to keep them, okay?
Speaking of souls, I'd imagine that El Presidente is looking forward to joining me in heaven, rather than going to the other place. The Good Shepherd looks after the sheep, don't you agree?
So we need to build a bunkhouse to appease the communists and build a chapel for the religious. Let's go... build a bunkhouse. If the standing of a faction gets too low, they will issue an ultimatum or turn a pending demand into an ultimatum. Ultimatums are time demands and the last chance you get to keep the faction from starting an escalation. There is nothing to gain from escalation, so trying to complete the ultimatum is always a better choice. Complete the ultimatum.
Presidente, the workers have a request. They wish not to work, but that is impossible. So, they also have a backup request.
Actually, this backup request is good enough to be a primary request. I think that if this request is granted, the workers will be content for at least a week. That would be a new record. Your lack of respect for the military is unacceptable. Presidente, we're on the verge of a coup. Surely you know the risks of getting on the wrong side of the army. Please don't make me sit on a junta, Presidente. I don't want to be a politician. So we're going to build 2 bunkhouses. Roughly half of the citizens working in military buildings will take up arms and take the place. Wow. No. So build 2 bunkhouses and then other ones build a bunkhouse. So construction, residential bunkhouse. Let's go here. 1 there. And let's put another one there. Does that mean 2 there and that means 1? Let's do another one just in case.
It is a great day for our comrades. We even had cake to celebrate.
Alas, we do not yet have enough cake for everyone. We must continue to grind the flour of the bourgeoisie, I don't know, with the sugar of the workers, but we thank you for greasing the baking trays of equality. Come on, dudes. Build the second. There we go.
Presidente, your aid is appreciated. With your help, we'll double our armed forces, redouble our efforts, and halve our expectations.
We can do it together. Superiority of numbers is the key to warfare, after all. So, shall we use force multiplication to divide and conquer before it's T-0? We've got enough money, so let's get the militarists standing. Remember the political views of citizens. Depending on the standing of the corresponding factions, they determine how much the individual agrees with your government. That, together with happiness, determines the person's approval. Depending on their level of approval, a citizen will either be for you, against you, or will decide on election day. The percentage of eligible citizens who will vote for you is called support. You can find more detailed information on your support in the almanac. So, almanac, politics, 67%, so there's 18% opposed. Oh, the militarists are way down in happiness. Wow. Every 10 years the people will ask for elections. If you lose the game. So if your support is very low, it will be a short-term option to not allow elections. But this will directly affect all your voters on a personal level, further decreasing their approval from some time. The good thing is you can decide to hold an election speech in order to sway some of the voters in your favour by using different rhetoric tricks tailored towards the current political situation.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
Shall we give them what they want, or shall we make them what you want? I always want what you want, and you always want what you want. So shouldn't they always want what you want? Well, highlights of this speech. Praise the militarists. Hold the speech, huh? What the heck? Praise militarists. Oh, acknowledge fun. Praise the militarists. Blame the superpower. Let's go allies. Access. Promise improvement in fun happiness. Okay, so you got to choose all four. And how do you hold the speech? Oh, 22 months. Jeepers. I just gotta wait, I guess.
My Tropicans, my people, my children. Your prosperity is my honor. Your solidarity is my faith, and I gracefully accept your love. You are my Tropico. My people, are you bored? Let Presidente entertain you. Is nothing fun anymore? Let Presidente be all the fun you need. You don't enjoy life? Let Presidente enjoy it for you. And as we strive, our efforts are protected by our brave Tropican army. Our fighting men and women give no quarter, and neither do our soldiers. Just as we praise our friends, so we condemn our enemies. The Axis wishes to remake the world? Over my mildly unsettled body. I have heard it said that Tropico is no fun. Well, soon it will be twice as entertaining as it ever was. And half as boring, too. That's 4 times the amusement for everyone. My promises are made humbly, for I am Tropico. Remember, a vote for El Presidente is a vote for me.
The actual election will be held 1 year after its announcement. Until then, you still have the possibility to raise your support by pushing faction standings or bribing faction leaders. The loyal penultimo will come once before the election and offer to rig the elections in your favour, guaranteeing you a certain victory, at the cost of losing more people to the rebels after the election. Alright, so what do we do? Just wait, I guess. We got 79% support, so that's pretty good. Oops, 78. Oh dear. The lowest is the militarists. Alright, so we've got to ride at the time, I guess. What's that there? Select El Presidente.
I do too much walking.
Yeah, right. So she goes actually out into the world. That's cool. Huh. Come on, 10 more days, 10 more months. Pretty damn cool. That is an awesome palace. 6 months to go, come on!
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for you, Presidente. I myself intend to vote for you many, many times.
But can we trust the citizens to vote correctly? I wouldn't want them to wake up on the day after the election in a state of confused regret. Perhaps we should help them for their own good. Yes, subtly pre-adjust the ballots, minus 20% personal experience for each citizen who vote against you after the election. No, allow citizens to vote freely. Let's do freely. Got 4 months to go, come on! Two months. Alright, election day soon.
The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
Of course, the outcome is never in doubt. The people love the Presidente almost as much as your loyal penultimate does. And see, I have a present for you. Your very own wartime medal of valor for courage, selflessness, and electability. It's made of chocolate, so be careful of the sun. So the Constitution of Tropico, wealthy citizens vote, militia requires, okay.
Keeping all the factions sweet is the key to political success. It is also impossible, which is why politics is such good fun.
Just try and keep all the political plates spinning, and if you drop one, sweep up the pieces and claim that you meant to do it. The good news is the factions will tell you when they're unhappy. It does take some guesswork out of all of it. Alright, let's go back to the chapter. Back to the menu. Okay, so that is... and then you can customize things. That's Tropico 6. Ah, you can customize, so... let's go male... Latina, yeah. Oh, yeah, Caucasian, yep. Ah. Let's go Mafia. Yeah, that's fine. Hat. Mafia, yeah. Glasses, yes. Change them all. Beard. Let's go that one. Excellent. Oh, look at the hair. Oh, Mohawk. Oh, jeez. Well, let's go business. We're a little bit businessy. Okay. That's gold. Okay. Nice. President, traits, palace, exit. Yes. Awesome. Alright. Well, this was my first playthrough of Tropico 6. It's just the tutorials. So if I go continue... oh, that's going to go straight to the tutorials, isn't it? Yep. Let's go main menu. Yes. Anyway, so there's a number of tutorials that you don't have to do, but I do. And you can play multiplayer. And it looks pretty damn good. Extras, let's go back. Okay. Right. I'm going to sign off, look after my daughter for the rest of the afternoon. And back this week sometime for more Tropico 6. But for now, happy gaming. My name's Inferno, and I will see you next time.